What's up, everybody? Dark 1985. There's levels to this. This should be a quick video, but this one's gonna be interesting. Please leave your comments below. Check this out. So I was on my big brother's podcast, right? A few months ago, maybe like a month ago now, right? Shout out to you, Puerto Rock 77. I appreciate you finally, acknowledging me, man. It's been, we've had some history, but it's all good. All love. But even though you're the favorite, with your little baby hands. Um, It's all right. It's all good. Jesus loves me. Anyways, listen. So I was on his podcast, right? And Big Bro asked me, he's like, you got the Xbox Series X, right? Something to that effect. He's like, what game is selling the Xbox Series X? Or what game is on the Xbox Series X that would make somebody want to buy it? Something to that effect, right? And my answer to him was Game Pass. Now the whole panel started laughing, right? Because they're in a full stable when they do their little podcast, so it's all Sony ponies, whatever. They got a fake Xbox guy, but he's not really, like, if you hear him talk, he's not really Xbox. But anyways, so they're all laughing, and then my big bro actually got mad at me, so he grabbed his headphones, he like threw it at the screen, he got up, showed what PJs he was wearing. It was crazy. It's a funny clip. It's on Twitter. Go look it up if you guys want, right? So again, he asked me what game for the Xbox Series X would he get if he was to get one, and my answer was Game Pass, right? Now, I thought about this and I was like, okay, that to me doesn't make sense, I admit, because it's not a game, but it makes sense because it's a service full of games. And then I thought about this. What would be my answer if they asked me that for the PS5? And then it just hit me. If you were on a stream last night, I was on Twitch last night. I told you guys I was going to make this video. So shout out to all of you that stopped by. This is how I would answer that if I had a PS5 and you said, what game are you playing on the PS5? I would say PS Now. No cap. I would say PS Now. Game Pass has showed me, listen to me, Game Pass has showed me that I'm okay with gaming services, that I see the value in gaming services if the price is right and the features are right, okay? That's number one. Stadia has showed me that I'm okay with streaming games if the service works correctly, and I can't tell the difference between if I'm playing on hardware or if I'm actually streaming the game, which Stadia so far is the only one that can do that. Not even GeForce. When I'm playing on GeForce Now, no cap, I can tell the difference. When I'm playing on Stadia, it feels like I'm playing like locally, okay? So, again, Game Pass has showed me that I'm okay with gaming services. Stadia has showed me that I'm okay with streaming games as long as the service works. So now, when I get a PS5 with PS Now, I'm gonna have a crazy number of games that I can stream. Crazy number of games. Now, I don't know if it's gonna work as well as Stadia. That'll be somebody else that'll have to tell me. On PC, PS Now does work pretty well now. I've tried it recently. It does work pretty well now. No cap. There's no need for me to lie. I'm still an Xbox, but I don't need to lie on Sony. Like you guys be lying on Microsoft. I don't need to lie, right? So PS Now on PC does work well streaming, right? The problem I have with PS Now on PC versus Xbox is that you can't download the games. See, if you got a Game Pass Ultimate and you're downloading games on PC, you are literally using your PC's hardware to play that game. So if you got a nice beefy PC, then yeah, you straight, right? Whereas if you got a nice beefy PC, but you got PS Now and you're streaming the game, you're still locked to whatever frame rate and whatever resolution that service is running it at, which is, again, not good. It's not, that's one huge difference, right? So people like to compare them, right? But if I'm playing on console and it's 1080p 60, right? Okay, cool. Especially for last generation games. Again, last generation games, 1080p 60. Okay, cool. Whatever, right? If I'm streaming and I can tell the difference, that's fine. And then if you have a PS5, you can actually download a lot of PS4 games, which is probably what I'm going to be playing the most. Is all those PS4 games that I haven't had a chance to play. So Game Pass has showed me that I'm okay, number one, with gaming services. Stadia has showed me that I'm okay, number two, with streaming games. PS Now is going to allow me to download games and stream certain games, and my library is going to be massive, okay? So if someone asked me if I had a PS5, what game are you playing? I'm playing PS Now. The same way if you ask me what game are you playing on the Xbox Series X? Game Pass. What's the reason to get an Xbox Series X? Game Pass. What's the reason to get a PS5? PS Now. I'm not capping. To me right now, $500 for that system, Returnal is not worth it. It's not. It looked dope before it actually came out. Once it came out and I saw people talking about it and it's a roguelike shooter, I know what I like. You're not going to tell me what I like. I know what I like. That game is not worth $70 to me. It's not worth $70 to me. It's not worth $70 for me to even try it. It's not. I'll wait for the price to drop, right? So Returnal ain't it. Miles Morales, I'm looking at, okay, I probably do want to play it, but it's not worth me paying $500 for it, right? What else? Ratchet and Clank's about to come out, depending on what this thing looks like, $70 again. Just with two games, Returnal and Ratchet and Clank, that's $140 for two games, plus a $500 system. When with Game Pass Ultimate, 100, whatever, 15 times 12, what is that? 15 times 12, you guys do the math. With $180, whatever it is. All those games that I could play, that's a huge difference. So I would get a PS5 and I would get PS Now. Now, for all of you, here's the deal, Sony ponies, right? You got to keep the same energy. I'm keeping the same energy. So yes, PS Now to me is a valuable option because it's only $5 a month. These are facts. PS Now is only $5 a month if you get a year subscription, right? That's decent, right? I'm not getting day in and date games on the PS Now, but again, it's only $5 a month, so I'll be okay with that. Okay, I can download PS4 games on the actual hardware, which I'm okay with. That's fine if it's only PS4 games, as long as the streaming works flawlessly. And if it does work flawlessly, then that's even better because my library of games is going to be huge, right? What else? First party games aren't coming to PS Now either, right? The same way that they do on Game Pass Ultimate. So the services are different, but because the price is different, the value is still there. For people that are trying to say, this is what you can't do, Sony ponies, okay? You cannot do this because you sound ridiculous. You cannot say that Game Pass is trash and then turn around and say that PS Now is good. You can't do that. That doesn't make any sense. You have to do what I do. Keep the same energy. Game Pass is valuable. PS Now is valuable because they're both different prices. If PS Now was also $15 a month, no. Because everything that I'm getting with Game Pass is way superior to what I'm getting with PS Now. If you want to poo-poo FPS boost, then I'm telling you right now, this is from a casual gamer, borderline non-gamer. You are not a gamer. If you think FPS boost does not matter, you are not a gamer because boosting frames per second is what controls gameplay the most. The most. It's what controls, not resolution. The frames per second is what makes the game play. So if you think that FPS boost doesn't matter, then you, my friend, are not a gamer to me because I don't even want to hear you talk. If you think that 30 frames per second is acceptable, don't even talk to me. Don't do it. Okay. With that being said, I hope that when I get my PS5 and I subscribe to PS Now, that Sony's looking at a way to grab these old games and boost them. I hope they are. But again, for $5 a month, PS Now is still value. So, bringing this full circle, Porter Rock 77 asked me, what game on the Xbox Series X, or what game sells the Xbox Series X? My answer is Game Pass. That game service, amazing. The value is ridiculous. If I had a PS5, no cap, what game would sell the PS5 to you? Again, this is to me. PS Now. Because there ain't no game on the PS5 right now that's worth $70 to me. Dog1985, yo, there's levels to this. I keep the same energy. I like PS Now if I had a PS5. I love Game Pass because I got an Xbox Series X. Game services are either good or they're not. You decide. We out. Peace.